Hamilton was one of the most influential of the United States founding fathers. As the first Secretary of Treasury, because of him, we have a firm financial footing.
Although his advocacy of strong national government brought him into a bitter conflict with Thomas Jefferson and others, his political philosophy was ultimately to prevail in government development.
Hamilton was born in the West Indian islands of Nevis in 1757. Born to Rachel Fawcett Laban and James Hamilton, and was an illegitimate child.
Hamilton spent most of his youth as an apprentice as a clerk on the island of St. Croix. In 1772, he was sent to New York City by his guardian, the merchant Nicholas Kruger. His guardian wanted to enroll him in the College of New Jersey at Princeton. Hamilton was refused and enrolled at King's College instead, which is now known as Columbia University, New York City, in 1773.
Before reaching 20, he entered the growing dispute between American colonies and the British government by writing many fervent tracts filled with doctrines of rebellion and natural rights, obtained from the philosopher John Locke.
He joined the military and fought in the battles around New York City from 1775 through 1776. Hamilton was brought to George Washington's attention because of his organizing ability. Hamilton served 4 years with George Washington as a lieutenant colonel.
Hamilton's personal life included him marrying Elizabeth Schuyler in the month of December of 1780. They had 8 children. Shortly after leaving the army, he was admitted to legal practice in New York and became assistant to Robert Morris.
Before his 30th birthday, Hamilton's career was distinguished in the military. Hamilton was also recognized as one of the leading lawyers in the country.
In 1782, Hamilton was elected a member of Continental Congress. He was an aide to Washington and observed the deliberating effects of uncontrollable sovereignty in each state.
Hamilton wrote a series of papers along with John Jay and James Madison, urging the people of New York to ratify the new Constitution. At the New York Ratifying Convention of June-July 1788, Hamilton and his allies defeated the previously dominant anti-federal forces in the state.
Hamilton proposed that the National Bank should be established to help federal government manage the national's trade and finance. These proposals were accepted by Congress, and the Bank of the United States was characterized in 1791.
Hamilton sent reports to Congress on the public credit and on the National Bank. He argued that if the nation was to grow and prosper, its credit would have to be sound to encourage both foreign and domestic investment.
Hamilton retired from office in January 1795. He returned to his law practice to make money to support his growing family and soon became the most distinguished lawyer in New York City. His interest in public affairs continued. However, he served as President Washington's advisor.
Hamilton's plans were so comprehensive and so brilliantly useful to commercial expansion that he aroused the opposition of Madison, Jefferson, and others who believed that such a strong government, informally allied as it was with the worldwide trading dominance of Great Britain, would subvert the Republican ideals of the American Revolution. Hamilton helped Washington write his famous farewell address in 1796. Washington turned down a third term as president, but Hamilton remained active in politics, speaking out in favor of candidates he liked and criticizing those he opposed.
Since Washington chose not to continue his active command, the organizing and recruiting of troops fell to Hamilton. His military career came to a sudden end in 1800 after President Adams sent a peace mission to France that achieved a settlement of the major issues.
Although Hamilton's interest in national policies and politics were still strong, his role in them became smaller in 1801. Yet he continued to post his opinions on public affairs in the New York Evening Post.
Hamilton believed that Vice President was involved in a plan that wanted to break up the Union by forming the Northern Confederacy.
Hamilton stood against Burr's bid for the New York governorship. After losing, Burr challenged Hamilton to a duel.
Hamilton accepted the challenge after putting his personal affairs in order. He met Burr at dawn on July 11, 1804.
Both men exchanged shots, and Hamilton fell mortally wounded. People say that Hamilton purposely missed, leaving himself an open target. After being carried back to New York City, Hamilton died the next afternoon.